Good morning. In chemistry, we are going to start chapter 2 solution. Chapter 2 solution. It's a important chapter. Important is all chapters are important, but it is important because it contains numerical parts. So that's why I have started this so that I can proceed through the numericals. First, let us have some conception. Solution. What is solution? It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Now, what is the meaning of homogeneous? Homogeneous means you cannot separate the particles by physical processes like filtration. Now, to understand this, a solution always composed of two components. One is known as solute and the other one is known as solvent. For clear understanding, you imagine that you have taken a glass of water. There is water H2O. Now you have added sugar there. And stir it. After stirring nicely, you will see that you cannot identify the sugar particles there, or you cannot see the sugar particles there. So that is homogeneous mixture where the particles cannot be separated, and that will be called a solution. In this case, it will be known as sugar solution. So a solution is always having two components. One is known as solute and the other one is known as solvent. This solute is always lesser in amount. And solvent is larger in amount. Definition of solute you can give from here, which is lesser in amount is called solute, which is larger in amount is called solvent. One more thing, it gets dissolved. And it dissolves other substances. Now, for your understanding, I made this sugar solution. There, I added sugar, and sugar gets dissolved, and that's why sugar will be considered as solute. And sugar gets dissolved where? Water dissolves sugar, so that's why water will be called as solvent. Clear? Now, more things. If a solution has only two components, solution can have two components, just like sugar and water. It may have three components, it may have four components. If a solution has two components, it will be known as binary solution. If a solution contains three components, ternary solution. If it contains four components, it will be known as quaternary solution. So this is about the solution. Now you must know, basically in this very chapter we will consider the binary solution. Basically there may be some exception in some questions. So this is solution. Now let us have some look regarding the properties of a solution. So if I say properties, number one, it is properties of solution. It is homogeneous. Number two, particles cannot be separated. by physical methods like filtration. You have got sugar solution. Now if you filter sugar solution, you cannot get separately sugar and water. So that is, they cannot be separated by physical methods like filtration. Number 3, they do not show Tyndall effect. They do not show Tyndall effect. Now what is the meaning of Tyndall effect? Nothing. If the path of or the beam of light is seen when passes through a solution, if the beam of light is seen when passes through a solution, the phenomenon is called Tyndall effect. So here we are saying solution. That's why I am telling you, here we are actually discussing regarding the true solution. There are colloidal solution, there are suspension, there are emulsion, like the different way. So true solution never show Tyndall effect. For example, if you take milk is not a true solution. Milk is known as colloid. So if you pass a beam of light from a torch, you will see the beam of the light is clearly seen through milk. That is Tyndall effect. So milk shows Tyndall effect, but through sugar solution you cannot have Tyndall effect. Now regarding solution, you must know one thing. Depending on the solvent, it is classified as solid solution, liquid solution, gaseous solution. And this topic I am not going to discuss because there is a chart in your textbook. You will follow nicely. Just remember one thing. Depending on the solvent, the name of the solution will be like that. For example, solute may be solute. It may be solid. Solvent is solid. Now, this mixture will lead to a solution that will be known as solid solution. The solute may be liquid, solid. That will be termed as again solid solution. The solute may be gas, but the solvent is solid. That will be considered as solid solution. Similarly, if there is solid and gets mixed with liquid, you are getting liquid solution. So I hope I have cleared you that depending on the solvent, you can classify as solid solution, liquid solution and gaseous solution, and there is a chart in your book, you will follow it, and depending on that you can easily have, there are 9 types of solution. 3 solid solution, 3 liquid solution, 3 gaseous solution. You will see the chart. Now I am coming to the next part, that is concentration of solution. Before I start concentration of solution, you must know one thing. In some solution, water is a part. And the solution in which water is a part is considered as aqueous solution. The solution in which water is a part is considered as aqueous solution. Just like we have got sugar solution. On the contrary, there are some solutions where water is not a part. Those solutions where water is not a part are considered as non-aqueous solution. Examples you can have: benzene is a non-aqueous solution. Carbon tetrachloride CCl4 is a non-aqueous solution. Okay. Now I am going to this part, concentration of solution. Concentration of solution एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए डिफरेंट तरीका होता है. सो हम एक एक करके आप लोग को डिस्कस करेंगे ताकि आप लोग को समझ में आ जाए. सबसे पहले कंसेंट्रेशन ऑफ सॉल्यूशन एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए सबसे पहला बात आता है मास परसेंटेज और वॉल्यूम परसेंटेज. मास परसेंटेज और वॉल्यूम परसेंटेज. आप इमेजिन करो कोई एक सॉल्यूशन है और उस सॉल्यूशन का 2 कंपोनेंट है, एक ए और एक बी. It is not needed which one is solute and which one is solvent. Now for mass percentage, if I say mass component of A, if I denote by WA, and mass component of B, if I denote by WB, then you can find mass percentage of component A, you can find mass percentage of component B, any one you can find, or you can find both. Mass percentage of A, then it will be mass component of A by total mass of solution into 100%, or you can write WA plus WB into 100%. This is mass percentage of A. If it is mass percentage of B, then there will be WB, and rest are same. Similarly, instead of mass component, if I say volume component of A is VA and volume component of B is VB, then volume percentage of A will be VA plus VB into 100%. If it is asked that you find volume percentage of B, then it will be VB by VA plus VB into 100%. Be sure that you have understood, because this chapter contains lots of numericals and I will discuss one by one, but if you have understanding, then you can easily understand the numerical part. So this is mass percentage of A, we can find mass percentage of B, volume percentage of A, volume percentage of B, we can easily calculate out. Clear? Now, second part, concentration of solution, second way how we can express concentration of a solution. Number 2 is ppm. ppm means parts per million. Parts per million. Nothing. It is defined as the part of a component in million parts of the solution. Simple. For example, considering the same thing, a solution is there, its two components is A and B. Suppose we know we need ppm of A. Then here it will come part of A. Part of A means what? You no need to write part of A. Here I am just, for understanding, I have written part of A. You will write mass of A. Mass of component A. Mass of component A divided by total mass of solution. Total mass of solution. No need to write part of A. Just I am making you understand that it will be part of component A. That means mass of component A by total mass of solution into 10 to the power 6. If you need ppm of B, parts per million of B, then simple. It will become mass of component B by total mass of solution into 10 to the power 6. And this is the second way of expressing the concentration of a solution. So this is for today. Next class I will start the third process to express concentration of solution, and that will be more vital because there we will get molarity, molality, etc. Okay, till then, thank you, good day.